Welcome back everybody. Today we're gonna play Skye on Lotus. Today's day 141 of playing every agent on every map. Today's agent Skye is in desperate need of a buff. I think having Skye flashes that do not recharge makes her so much more less valuable on a map, like in general on any map, but also especially on a map like Lotus where you try to take aggressive space, and recharging util is a really important part of taking that space. That's why a lot of initiators are played on Lotus. I think the meta comp right now has a Breach and a Fade, or maybe even a Gecko. Just in general, any initiator is played a lot on this map, and I don't think Skye has a good space on a map like Lotus because she doesn't have recharging flashes, so she does not have a lot of information or value out of her util as many other agents do with, for example, a Breach stun that is recharging. Starting off with A-side defense. On A-side defense, you can throw a flash right here around this corner in the beginning of the round. Like that, the teammates of you that are playing aggressive here on A main are going to have an easy time walking up. Any enemy that is coming around this corner right here is going to see the flash, either turn around or try to like dodge it, and then your teammates have a free kill on them because they're either going to be full blinded or they're going to be dodging the flash and they can just one tap them in the head. Another thing that you can also do is just walk up with your team and then use your flashes later if you have information somebody is there. For example, you see somebody is like coming there, you can go all the way up here and use a flash like this to play even more aggressive on A main. Other than that, you can also wait for the enemies to take the space and then for your teammate to give you a smoke right here. Then you can go inside of this smoke and then use a flash up here, flash anyone that is out here, get a kill, maybe two, and then get out. Like that, you can get a lot of value out of the Skye flashes because they're pretty strong in situations like these where you can just flash out of a close smoke and make it really hard for the enemies to dodge those flashes. Other than that, you can also play for a retake with a Skye on A. If you go for a retake, I recommend that you dog either from right here on Heaven and clear out the drop area with the Skye dog, and then check for backside if you see anyone there, or that you go from stairs and dog from here. This dog is also pretty good. It allows you to clear out the close corner here. It also allows you to clear out parts of main, and also then allows you to jump towards the area in tree. What you can also do if the enemies are coming in through tree is that you use a flash here close, flash them and get a free kill on them, or even do the same thing from backside, either on retakes or on the time where the enemies are trying to hit the site. Flash it around, get your kills, and then go back. For your heal, it is something that I recommend that you use when you see a teammate is low. Just heal him so you make sure he's topped off. And another really good thing about the Skye heal is that you can heal multiple teammates at the same time, which allows you to also use that pretty effectively, so you can top up all of your teammates at one time. Even if they are fighting, just stand behind them in a safe spot and start healing them. Switching over towards B now. On B, you have the option to play aggressive here in main, using a flash like this, and then fighting the people that are coming in from B. Or like that, you can also get information over where the people are playing at. So for example, if you think the enemies are playing towards A, you can send in a flash here close, flash around the corner, see if somebody is waiting in front of B. If there is, you can go for a peek and maybe go for a kill. Or if there is not, you can take this space pretty easily and then walk all the way behind them and have a fast flank. Another really good thing that you can do on a Skye, that you can also do on attack, but it is pretty effective as well on defense, is to throw a flash through here, flash, and then peek out. Other than that, on B, you can also play retake pretty well with either dogs from this corner close here, clear out the site, check here close, check here under, and then maybe even go towards the secret area, or go towards main. Or you can also dog from this side. The site doesn't really matter. You only have to kind of worry about if the enemies have a breach, that you might get a breach aftershock if you're dogging in this close corner, and so this one right here is a little more safer. The other option is also to do the same thing on Heaven. If you do not have Heaven control, I recommend you actually go here and dog like this to clear out the site. Like that, you can get a lot of information over the site. And if you do have Heaven control, either dog from this or the other side to check even out more space, maybe even towards secret. If you don't see anyone there, you can jump towards main and maybe even get a stun off somebody. And if you're playing A, you can obviously also dog from secret right here to dog out the side, check if somebody is Heaven, check if somebody is towards the side, and then go towards main and stun the people that are playing in main. And now switching over towards C. On C, you can wait right here. As soon as the enemies are coming close enough, you can throw a flash here, flashing anyone that is coming in and get some free kills on them. You can do a similar thing you can do on a Euro or on a Phoenix. Flash, flash, and then go for a kill. But on the Skye, it is not quite as strong because your flash has a longer takeout time. It also doesn't flash for quite as long, so I recommend you don't really do that. You just go close, flash once, try to get a kill, and then get out. Other than that, you can also decide to play a little more aggressive, send in a flash towards main, pop it so you get information, and you can do that almost every round. Like that, you can also condition the enemies to thinking, yeah, you're here, just throwing that flash, so they might think you can fake, and you can even walk up behind the flash if you don't attack somebody, or just have a really fast flank on the enemies. Other than that, you can also cross over towards the boxes. It is kind of a suicide play, but it can work pretty well. Just throw a flash like this, walk all the way up, hide behind these boxes, wait for the enemies to come in, and then collect your free kills. Sometimes they're still gonna expect you here, so keep that in mind, and don't do it every round, because then it gets more predictable, and the enemies are more likely to clear you out. And also, if you have a teammate that is playing in that corner pretty often, you will also have to kind of worry that you are not doing it too often yourself, because like that, the enemies are gonna expect you to be there, or just they're gonna expect anyone to be there, and then if you are going there after your teammate has done that the round before, you might get killed instantly. For a C retake, I recommend a dog from CT. You can dog out, check the close side here, check back side, and then even jump towards the front side and main to get even more information. Same thing can also be done if you're going from right here in water. Make sure you're in a safe place. You can then dog. Either decide to go towards this side, clear out the front side, and then clear out back side with the jump. Or you can go the other side around, walk up here, check the close corner here, go towards the side, and then jump towards backside like this. And for your ult in general, I recommend that you use it on retakes. It is a pretty strong ult on a retake, so you have information where all of the enemies are at, and they also have to kind of shoot it, so you can peek out after the enemies are shooting your ult, so you can get a free kill on them because they are not pre-aiming you. Other than that, also your ult being used in an aggressive round, for example, if you're trying to go towards A, you have taken all of the A main space and then pushing even further to find out if the enemies are going towards B. Maybe even if they have an isolated lurker on B and the rest of the enemies are going towards C, is pretty good, because like that you can pick off enemies one by one and you can get a lot of information over the map like that as well. For example, you have pushed A, you have all of the space, you know a lurker is on B and the rest of the enemies are C, so you can just focus on the lurker, and then you basically have almost all of the map. You have a teammate in spawn, you have B main space if you have killed the lurker, and the rest of the teammates of the enemies can just go towards C, where usually you have a sentinel that is holding your side for you that can maybe stall them out or even get a kill on them and then get out themselves, so you can play a good retake on C. Now switching over towards attack. And on attack, you can throw a flash like this in the beginning of the round around this corner and flash anyone that is trying to play aggressive here on A main. This flash is a pretty good flash you can use almost every round, because most of the times the enemies are going to play aggressive here on A. If they are not playing aggressive at all, you can kind of wait with your flashes and save them for later. Since you don't have recharging flashes anymore, it is also pretty good to have those flashes when you actually know somebody is there. But a flash like this can be used almost any round if the enemies are playing aggressive here on A. Other than that, once you have taken the A main space, you can either decide to dog out the tree area if you have a teammate that is opening the tree door for you. I'm gonna stand right here because I cannot open the tree door and then dog right away. But you are usually gonna stand like close here, even in this corner, and then you can dog in towards the tree area. Check out all of the corners, check out the side, and then jump towards backside. The other option for a Skye dog is towards here close, check behind the box there, maybe even go stairs and go towards CT, or go towards side like this, and check out backside. Check here close, default plant spot, and then check out backside, and maybe even jump towards tree to get more information. If you're going tree, you can also use a pretty cool thing that is flash like this, and then a super boost like this. Something that a lot of people do not really know, that you can actually surf the doors on Lotus. So if you see a door, you can just jump into the door and get a speed boost like that. This is really good, especially combined with flashes, or if with a neon, that gets even faster like that. You used to be able to also super dash through the doors with a jet, but that isn't possible anymore, I think. If you're going A, it is also pretty strong that you farm this ult orb right here, so you can use your ult from right here as well. And you can take almost all of the space that is towards A with a Skye ult, because most of the times you're gonna have some players on A, but you're not gonna have more than 3 players. So if your Skye ult detects 3 players, you know where they are at on the site, and you can have an easy time going towards site and going towards a plant. Talking about planting, it is also pretty strong to go for a plant on a Skye, but what you have to kind of keep in mind is that sometimes when you're dogging, you're getting left behind. Your dog clears out space, your teammates follow up on that space, and then you're a little further behind yourself. And if you don't have anyone behind you, if there's somebody coming for a flank or from a different spot that is going to kill you, you're gonna lose the spike. So I recommend, if you're dogging for your team to entry, that you use that you are not the person that is going for the plant, but if you're entering with your team on the site and you're using your flashes to entry, then you should go towards the site and go for a plant. Now switching over towards B. On B, it is pretty simple. You can also go for an early flash here in the beginning of the round. Just throw a flash around this corner, flash anyone that is playing aggressive here on B main. And you can also flash even a little further in to kind of get information over this box right here. If somebody is standing right behind the box right here and getting flashed, you can see the halo of the flash above the boxes, but usually you're not going to be able to see that. So if you think somebody could be close because your flash has flashed somebody here, also just spray these boxes. For a dog, I recommend a dog from here. Clear out the close corners and then either go towards heaven or go towards the secret area right here. Or even if you're coming from C and you have faked C and you're planning to go B, you can also get close here and then go towards the link area here on C, so you can catch the people off guard that are trying to play retake from B that went to C to defend the C side. And then for flashes on side, I would recommend just a flash close, maybe even a flash in towards heaven to kind of stop the enemies from pushing out. Flashes close here as well. And also to clear out the secret area, you can use a flash like this and then fight the people that are playing in secret. You can also use your flashes to kind of push further into the space and get flashes on the enemies that are playing retake from A. Same thing also with C. And like that, you can kind of keep the enemies on their toes and make it so they are more scared to take space when you are on a side take. And now switching over towards C. On C, you can also use a flash pretty early in the beginning of the round right here to get the chamber or whoever is playing aggressively on C main off of his angle and kind of clear the space out. And then you can go for a dog from either this side. This dog is kind of a risky one because this door can be opened pretty easily, and anyone being like stationary here, and if your teammates cannot really hold you from the door, you're a easy target and you're most likely going to die if they are opening the door. So I recommend you're dogging from this side, because this side is a little more safer. You can then decide to either go towards CT, water, and then towards side, or you go towards side right away with a dog like this. You use your dog here. Always check these boxes if you are skydogging in. Check behind backside and then jump towards CT. For flashes, I recommend either flashes in this corner right here. They will flash anyone that is playing on side and also flash the person that is playing close, and are not really going to flash your teammates that are holding the side or trying to go out towards side, because they are most likely not looking towards that direction. Or a flash like this is also pretty good around both of the corners, because you are going to flash the people that are playing backside. You're going to flash the people that are playing on top of these boxes, and also you're going to make the people turn around that are playing behind or on top of these boxes here in main. So your teammate that is going in has an easy time clearing out these boxes, clearing out the rest of the area, because the enemies that are trying to hold him are going to be flashed. And again, you can also play a little aggressive towards CT and towards waterfall. I recommend that you actually take the CT space, because CT is harder to clear out than waterfall. Actually, a flash that I see not a lot of people use, it is kind of a weird one, is this right here. It can work sometimes, but it is not the greatest one. So use that one with caution. If you want to catch the people off guard, use a flash like this. If I had to give Skye a rating from S to F, I'd actually only give her the B tier. I was debating on actually putting her even lower, but I think you can still get a lot of value out of a Skye with precise flashes, and if you use the Skye util in the right way. Also, her having a ability to heal can be pretty strong, and you can farm a ton of assist, especially on a map like Lotus, where you are most likely gonna take at least some damage from the raise nade in the beginning of the round on A main, if there is a raise nade coming, or just any util that is thrown into A main. You can heal up right away, and your team has a big advantage like that. Other than that, I also think if Skye gets the buff with having a recharging flash, again, it can be a pretty good pick on a map like Lotus, because you get some map information, and you also have the ability to flash people again and have a recharging ability to retake certain spaces. That would be it from me. If you want to see any other agent on any other map, write it down in the comments, and if you want to see anything else fan related, write it down there as well. And as always, don't forget to like and sub, and come say hi to me on Twitch, where I stream almost daily. By the way, right now it is 35% off of gift subs if you gift 5 subs or more. So if you want to come and support me in any way, you can come to my Twitch and give me some subs. Have a great rest of your day, and see you guys very soon. Bye!